just short. Giddy boxes out Hart, and that's a big battle in this one.
Absolutely, because Hart is an offensive rebounder. He is a hustle player.
Chet now attacks again, just
Beautiful.
gets Hartenstein completely out of the water, goes in for a ferocious two-hand slam. J-Dub behind the back bounce pass to Kenrich Williams, a response three just a little long. Kaysen Wallace taps out the rebound, and J-Dub's going to have an angle to the rim, goes right to the rack for two.
Extra effort plays. There it is again. That's getting J-Dub an extra free points off that offensive rebound.
Timeout by Tom Thibodeau, a very quick one, as the Thunder trails by just one here with 7:31 to go in the second quarter. We'll step aside. This is Thunder basketball. They've hoisted some threes, but they've basically all been contested. And now Hartenstein going to roll to the rim, and that ball hung on the rim forever as he got fouled down low by Shea. It rolled out, so OKC breathlessly awaiting to make sure that that wasn't a three-point play.
I thought for a second it was going to get stuck on top of the iron right there, right on the between the backboard and the rim, but it rolled off, fortunately.
It hung up there for a second. And Hartenstein is a lefty free throw shooter, knocks down the first, and he's been sensational for the Knicks this year. I mean, a guy that's really bounced around, was a G League player to begin his career in Rio Grande Valley, spent time with the Rockets and then Denver and Cleveland and the Clippers. Never really found much of a home, though, but he's a 7.5 point, 8.5 rebound guy, and has played in 67 games this year.
You know, Tom Thibodeau loves these kind of guys, the do-your-job kind of guys, and that's what Hartenstein has really become. He's a big guy. He likes to play with physicality, tough on the offensive glass, does his job on the defensive side as well.
10-6 for Hartenstein after he makes both those free throws. Knicks lead back up to 5. A baseball pass from J. Will to the baseline to Lou Dort, and Dort drove baseline but is going to get called for an offensive foul by putting his shoulder into his defender.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was Brunson, wasn't it, that really sold it. You know, he definitely sold that one a little bit, but it did look like Dort gave him a little bit of a nudge.
And as Michael Cage would say, a chicken wing, but I don't know. We're able to see the replay here, and that doesn't look like
what
much.
Is bad? Yeah, live, you know, it looked like Brunson really kind of flung himself back, but, you know, those are the calls that often kind of go your way in these types of games.
Well, Lou's shoulders are built such that it's hard for him not to bump into guys when he tries.
We shouldn't underestimate the strength of Lou Dort.
Swing action for the Knicks. DiVincenzo in the corner for three. It was contested and no good. But Josh Hart scrapping on the ground for it. J. Will comes diving in. It'll be a jump ball, and that is fortuitous for the Thunder because J. Will got in, dove on top of it, and now he's going to have a chance to jump ball against Josh Hart, and Hart's going to be giving up about 6 inches in that matchup.
That was a hustle off there for a second there. Josh Hart, a known guy with his energy and effort. Lou Dort involved, J. Will involved. Those are guys that all make their living with their hard hats, hustling their tails off on the floor.
And that's what Hart's complaining about to James Williams and the officiating crew is like, hey, why did you just give me the timeout or call a jump ball before this 6'10 guy comes jumping in?
Exactly.
Shea kicked out on the wing. The ball is turning around the perimeter. Shea out top for three, and he cans it. A catch-and-shoot three.
Maybe that'll unlock something right there, Nick. That was great ball movement. Extra pass from Giddy connecting the offense to Shea, who knocks down the three.
Shea is tied with Luka Doncic for the most unassisted made field goals this season, but it sure is nice for him to get one off of an assist. Screen for Brunson out top. Dort in front of him out there still with those 3 fouls. They ran a pick and roll with Achua. DiVincenzo for 3, no good. The tap out by Achua, that gets saved. Now McBride. McBride isolated against Holmgren. Achua trying to root out Isaiah Joe down low. Josh Hart cut in the open space but missed a runner off glass. Josh Giddey with another board, another big rebound, number 8 already for Josh in this first half. Isaiah Joe, sidestep 3, splashes it home, and the Thunder's lead up to its largest of the game, 48-44. And J-Dub comes away with it. J-Dub attacks, a monster slam in transition. Jalen Williams just detonates here in Madison Square Garden with the Thunder just a little slow to react, and you always got to guard the inbounder. Yep. Beautiful play drawn up by Tom Thibodeau. Ball swinging around. Josh Giddey out top for 3. Right through the middle. Rack him up.
Big shot there from Giddey to answer that to keep it to a 1-possession game.
Giddey up to 7 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists in 21 minutes. He's triple-doubled each of the first 2 times he's played in this building. Potentially on track for another here. as the 21-year-old still continuing to surge here in March. Beautiful ball movement by the Knicks, but wiped away by Kenrich Williams stepping in and taking a charge.
Tom Thibodeau looking at his bench, wondering if we can get a challenge. Thunder want to get this one in quickly. We'll see what they decide to do, but I think Kenrich was there. He looked like he settled in underneath Hartenstein pretty easily.
Kenrich with 17 offensive fouls drawn this season. He's a top 10 charges guy in terms of charges per 36. The Thunder looking to go 5 of 5 from the field here to start the fourth quarter. Down just 3, 88-85 with 10 minutes to go. J-Dub crossover, gets right past Hart. Kenrich for 3 on the right wing, and we got a tie ball game in Madison Square Garden. Jay will get a handoff to Giddey. Giddey gets into a spin, gets to the right hand, finishes at the rack, and it's 3 triple-doubles and 3 appearances to the Garden by Josh Giddey. He's got 11, 11, and 10. Miles McBride is a guy that the Knicks love. Just signed him to a 3-year, $13 million contract extension. He was a 36th pick in the draft out of West Virginia. At just 6'2", has been a pest defensively, and has combined that with some three-point shooting. Kind of a perfect glue fit for this team.
Absolutely.
Now another run out. This game is at a frantic pace. J-Dub trail 3.
Oh!
Right down the middle. Rack it up.
Man, what a sequence. That's just going back and forth like a tennis match.
For tonight's OG&E power play of the game, it's that frantic sequence ending with a J-Dub trail 3. That could be a pivotal one. OG&E, we energize life. Brunson misses the second one. Hartenstein there for the offensive rebound. DiVincenzo in the corner for 3. No good. The missed tip by McBride. And this is going to stay with New York with 12.1 seconds to go. This has got to be tantalizing for the Knicks fans in here, and just nerve-wracking for the Thunder out there on the floor.
I mean, just chance after chance. The Thunder just can't grab the rebound. They're just bouncing all over the place. Incredible effort by the Knicks. I mean, they got guys that just absolutely fly at the offensive glass. Thunder just need to secure one rebound here if they can get another stop.
12.1 seconds to go. Knicks get it into McBride. Now out to Brunson. Dort's on him.
The same play they just ran.
Yep. Switch now. Chet's onto him. Brunson gets to the left hand, finishes at the rack, and Chet goes down hard. He's holding his arm. A timeout by the Thunder. Chet Holmgren holding his elbow. Brunson, of course, asking for a foul call. He's not going to get it. But the Knicks are going to go into this timeout leading 112-111. The Thunder's going to have 4.1 seconds remaining to try to hit a game winner here in the Garden. Giddey's got it right at that hash mark near the Thunder's bench. Dort setting a screen for Joe. Shea's got it on the baseline on the left side. Jumper is good! A game winner potentially from Shea with 1.8 left on the clock. The Thunder goes up 113-112. The Knicks are going to have one more crack at it, but that is an MVP caliber shot from Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.